Hey guys, Jay here, and yet again, I am in the simulacrum. This is wave 30. Let me see if I can find closest here. So in this video today, I want to, give you a update on this character. Okay, closest is here. I would like to have a solo fight with closest. Okay, closest is channeling. Good, good, good. I can, cut off, go here, right? I can kill everything else. And then I can 1v1 closest. Okay, go! No, 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 closest, closest, closest. Stay safe, stay safe. Closest. No, don't blink to me. Don't die. Fuck. Have I killed everybody? Okay. I think I have killed everybody except for... Yeah! Okay, except for closest. Okay. Good. So, let's see the damage on closest on this current character right now. The slam do nothing, right? And I just stand here and wait for him to fireball, and there he goes, fireball. I have made this build to be tankier, a little bit less damage than the previous one, than the previous showcase of this build. So the main thing that I have changed are, first of all, a pathing in the passive tree, right? So I have changed from pathing through here in this area to pathing all the way around here. It's roughly around the same point. The things that I can get here that I couldn't before is... Okay, I forgot we should see closest. Okay, so as you can see there, that is damage. Part of the damage that I am losing out compared to previously is, let me show you here very quickly, it's just one thing that has changed. So the only thing that is changed is the Perandus pact. So before, I used the 6% fire damage for each node, and it get me like over 270% something the fire damage, which is a huge amount of damage, by the way. Instead, because I want to be tankier, I go for life here because I think that damage is good enough for me. The damage that you have just seen, me fighting Kosis, is good enough for me, so I decided to go for life instead. If you still want, more damage, go ahead, get the fire damage in here. You will not die in the simulacrum if you are playing, this version of the build. I basically get this one so I can do some tier 17. Tier 17 is much more rippy, so I would like to be more tanky. Alright, if you want to farm simulacrum, just get the fire damage in here, right? This one is also very cheap, so the reason why I changed to pathing all the way around is so I can get a couple of things. First of all, very important is the reservations efficiency of sovereignty, and this allowed me to actually use petrified blood along with determination and purity of element. These are fallings with the 3 reservation, and of course an enlightened. It is, by the way, only an enlightened level 3, so it is very cheap. This one is like 30 chaos. I don't need a level 4 or anything, and yeah. So we can now have petrified blood, and we have a lot more mitigation, basically. And petrified blood, of course, because we have petrified blood, I now take the life mastery to make my life count as 55% instead of 50. It basically translates into 10% more health if you are playing with petrified blood. So this is a very good mastery. Is there any other changes that is significant? So basically, we no longer have the recoup here, but pathing through here, we have the recoup from here, so we can still have the recoup occur over 3 seconds instead of 4, so there's just like 25% stronger. Yeah, that is everything actually. Still the tattoo for life here, right? Still all tattoos everywhere that I can. I have 164 intelligence and 164 strength. That means I can have both of the rational doctrine benefit here, so I can have profane ground along with consecrated ground as well. But if you have to choose one, if you cannot balance exactly these two stats together, then go for consecrated ground. I mean, I think it's just better because the profane ground, it reduced the resistance system enemy by 10%. I mean, it's good for damage, but you don't need it. You're not even a crit build, so the 100% crit chance is not that, useful anyway. And we still have Bottle of Fate, but Bottle of Fate is the only source of consecrated ground that we are having, and it's not uptime 100% on bosses. So I mean, I would still want another source, which is the Rational Doctrine. The way that I balanced it was I go ahead and quality the Mage Blood, so I can just have like one extra strength. It is the 35, right? I need 36. So yeah, I just get it 3% quality. That is enough, right? Other than that, same. Everything is the same. There is another thing that I am doing that I think is worth mentioning over here, which is a weapon swap. And what this weapon swap do, well, let me actually just, oh, you know what, let's go ahead and do a very quick strand. Not to really showcase anything impressive. Is there any rare maps over here? Okay. Not to, particularly showcase anything that is very, very impressive. But just to show, if you want, like, let's say faster mapping, smoother mapping, you don't want to just stand there and wait for the monster to attack, you are playing in a much like weaker content, you can completely do this, right? And by the way, of course, you can switch Basalt Flask into Quicksilver as well. And so this is basically a setup that I have with Cast for Channeling. And you can see Cast for Channeling here. And you can use this one to map, right? Just insert a, let me actually insert a Quicksilver so it looks more, correct. It is this Quicksilver. Right, now we are faster. And this is my way of solving like situation where you do not really, basically you do not really a lot of things going on. Let's just do ultimatum. For ultimatum, obviously I can just switch back to cast when stun and then just stand still. Okay, Cloud. This is very good for ultimatum, very, very good for ultimatum. Just do not take the rule. And maybe the blood outsource. And maybe the corrupted blood tier 4. But yeah, that is the only 4 that we technically cannot take with this version of the build, right? Because with Mage Blood, we don't care about the flask charges anyway. So Drought is actually, nothing. By the way, if you do ultimatum, if you don't really want to move around, you really want to AFK, you need to avoid the stone circle. That is very obvious. But I still just want to mention it. Yeah, this one is whatever as well. I mean, anything. The increased damage taken is actually not that big of a deal. Extra damage as elemental is not that big of a deal. If you are tanky enough, right, you can handle. Even the deals no damage for 2 seconds every 8 seconds. That is whatever as well. I mean, you will not die from it. So it just basically takes some extra time. For this build, by the way, you can kind of easily, let me just take this one. You can just easily get another cluster jewel over here since you're already here. You can get another cluster jewel over here since you're already here, if you want to. So if you really want to, let's say you want to do a adorn setup, right? You can remove this section, get some more points, right? Of course, you can remove other life nodes as well, because if you do adorn, then no life node can be as efficient as an adorn jewels. So yeah. I think I will eventually try to adorn for this. Probably I'm gonna stack life. Obviously it's life, and then maybe recoup. Maybe some fire damage as well when I get like to over 100% recoup. So I think yeah, I think just fire damage will feels better for farming, especially if you kind of want to stay in the simulacrum. Oh, I forgot the main thing that I want to show here is this setup, right? So basically, especially for a linear map, right, you can just do this. And I will show you the link in a little bit. Right. Of course, I'm going to invite him. And yeah. In bosses, for example, in this case, you can just weapon swap back if you want. You can use the cyclo setup if you want. Given that the weapon swap is actually much weaker compared to the cast with stunned, the reason why the cast one channeling is much weaker is because it has no damage support. Because we don't need the damage support to clear the map, so it's just cyclone, cast one channeling, right? Desecrate and detonate that chain reaction. Actually, I need to do this, right? So it desecrate first and then detonate that later. Enhance. The reason why enhance is here is because I want to get some extra movement speed on the cyclone quality, and the quality of this, it gives me +1 radius, which is 0.1 meters. Yeah, basically that is it. Of course, light tap because we don't have any way to cast without it. So yeah, that is just everything that I have been up to. I will probably try a adorn setup. So this will be a monster tank. Maybe try something very hard. Maybe I could try to take a slam as well from Ur bosses of some sort. I don't know. There is not a actual plan, but the near future for this character, the thing that I'm having in mind is first to get it to level 100 first, and I will try the other things, which is not going to be too bad because you know, we either can use the experience strategy, which by the way is very cheap right now, even though it's still the same pretty much, because nobody is hyping it anymore. Experience game, yeah, super cheap, 3Ks. At one point it was like 20. So yeah, that is everything I want to share with you today. Sorry. Again, the changes is we do not path through here anymore, we path through the upper side. The main thing that we got into the build is petrified blood, which is achieved through this, and then an enlightened level 3. So yeah, that is everything I want to share. So see you in the next video. Peace.